On this show, we're doing our trailer reaction to the trailer for Supergirl season 5. Again, so kind of like with Arrow, and I mentioned this in my Arrow video, but just to kind of give a recap. So when it comes to the CW shows, there are only two particular shows I really like follow / pay close attention to, and that's Legends of Tomorrow and Flash. Now I used to watch Arrow, but Arrow I kind of dropped off of a little bit. Apparently, I've heard that some of the later seasons are pretty good, so I might go back and check that out. As with Supergirl, Supergirl I have a very complicated relationship with, because I actually, so when the show was first announced on CBS, I actually developed my own pitch for a Supergirl series. Essentially, it was going to be more like Supergirl in high school. Again, my main influence being like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and actually it was only going to be like 13 episodes. It was going to be like in between Flash and Arrow, and essentially it was going to connect more towards the Arrowverse rather than being like an alternate Earth and then like alternate Earth and stuff. But it does have some of the similarities and stuff, like the DFO, the DEO are in it, and Alex and Kara does have a sister and stuff, and again that's my main pitch. But then the show officially went to CW, and that became really interesting, because then I started watching from like season 2, and then I think I saw season 3, the majority of season 3, and then percent I haven't caught up yet, but I do know what just recently happened, and in which they kind of brought in Lex Luthor, which from what I've seen, and again I've seen like bits and clips and stuff, I thought John Cryer was fucking awesome as Lex Luthor, and from what I've heard from both friends as well as from what I was able to gather, it does seem like, wow, the writing just took a step now. Because one of the things, and this kind of applies to most of the Arrowverse shows with the exception of Legends, and again, I'm not trying to shit on the CW shows, I love them, but they do kind of have a writing problem in which they're a lot young adult oriented, and that's fine, like, again, their audience is that, but it kind of, I don't know, as a writer, it kind of frustrates me from a certain point of view, because it's just like, okay, I get where you're going with it, but it's just sometimes, I don't know, it's just sometimes the writing, I don't know if it's the writing or not, but it's sometimes the writing, it's not even the writing, I think it's more the dialogue can be a bit hammy at times, but then again, I can kind of forgive that, because the acting in the show is so goddamn good. Melissa Benoist is, I think, Supergirl. She is Supergirl, and I love her. Why has she not gotten any bigger stuff? I don't know. And the same thing goes for like the rest of the cast. The rest of the cast is great. And again, this is the show I think that has some of the best acting, as well as it has some of the heart that Flash has, but it also has some of the darkness that Arrow has. And it kind of goes into a weird combination. I do think that sometimes the writing doesn't fluctuate as well, but other than that, though, I really do enjoy the series, and I think given the way that the last season ended, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, involved the Red Daughter, or as I like to say, the Russian Supergirl. That sounded British. I don't know why it sounded British. I tried doing a Russian accent. Russian Supergirl essentially doing some damage, which again frames Kara for something. Kara saw Supergirl for something, and now she's kind of person on the run. And then also we have John Cryer as Lex Luthor, who apparently, despite being shot, was also survived. And then we also found out that Lena knows Kara's secret, which again, if there's one really great thing I've really enjoyed throughout the seasons, is the Lena/Kara friendship, and I've always enjoyed that. However, the one thing that kind of bothered me about that was that, why has Lena not figured out who Kara is over these last seasons? But in the last season she did, and now she, apparently from what I've heard and from what I've read from this is the Entertainment Weekly spread, and by the way, I do recommend reading the spread if you want to learn more about like what's going to go on in each season and new seasons and stuff. Apparently not Kara, but Lena's not handling this very well. I do wonder if she's going to potentially become a villain. That's the one thing I've kind of been wondering ever since they really introduced her. Like, is she going to be an antagonist, or is she going to be like the middle ground? Because one of the things I kind of like about the show is that not everyone's good, not everyone's evil, and the Lena character is like that representation of not everyone's good, but not everyone's evil, and it's kind of like a middle background. And I'm very curious to see how they're going to do that. And yeah, so before we jump into that, I just want to make sure everyone takes a gander over to my Patreon page. I mean, I'm only doing this from like the inside of my room and stuff. in which you get early access videos, unedited show reactions, and reactions to shows that I potentially might be doing in the future, and just not on YouTube. For example, Twin Peaks Season 3 and Star Trek. I won't say which Star Trek show until I figure out my new schedule for the fall. But for the fall, but yeah, those are 2 shows I'm potentially going to be doing on YouTube, and they'll be only a Patreon exclusive. So if you want to start taking a look at that, I recommend looking at the description at the link down below. And yeah, let's jump into this show. So, shall we? 2, 1.
I thought after Baker got ousted, people would be motivated to fight harder than ever for social change. And it seems like they're all just hiding behind their gadgets. Technology makes escaping an addiction. What happened to the simple pleasure of greeting another person with words? No one's paying attention to what's actually happening in the real world.
Oh, and yeah, that was also pretty cool. Oh, shoot. Oh yeah.
It's technology, not people. Not anymore. People are governed by feelings. Anger, hurt, sadness, rage.
Our friends have been lying to you from the start. Every last one.
Leviathan is coming.
This is a special moment in time. We're on the precipice of wondrous things. I'm determined to have Obsidian tech in every household within the year. Obsidian North will change the fabric of what it means to be human.
I'm not a villain. I don't want to kill Supergirl. I just want her to experience the same hurt she inflicted on me.
It looks like
she will.
It looks like he will.
Yeah, I didn't.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh yeah, she has a new suit. But here's the thing. Okay, so I am not a fan of her hair. Again, I'm not a hair person, but I'll explain this in a bit. But yeah, that was really cool. That was really cool. That was the trailer for Supergirl Season 5, and I do like where they're going with this, especially with the whole technology angle, which is very interesting, and given, and again, this kind of fills in some of the blanks that would happen last season. I did see also a Lex for President sign, which is, I don't know if that was in Season 4, but if that's in Season 5, then yeah, then I'm pretty curious about that one, because that is a comic arc. That is stuff that happened in the comics, so I would be pretty cool about that. Okay, one thing I was kind of commenting towards the end is I like the new suit, although I do think it's a bit too blue. I would have liked red streaks, but then again, that's just me. I'm a costume designer. I don't like her hair. I know where they're getting that from, because apparently, because if you go back and look at Faye Dunaway as Supergirl in 1984, she had the same type of hairstyle with the bangs and stuff. And normally, I'm not a hair person, but that's just bugging me. Like, when she's not in the suit, it's fine, but when she's in the suit, it's bugging me. And I don't know. It's just I'm not a fan of bangs. Like, I'm not a fan of bangs in terms of hairstyle. But then again, look at my hair. Like, I do not care about hair, and it's bugging the ever-living shit out of me ever since I saw it in this, which I got a copy of. But yeah, shit, it's bugging the fuck out of me. But other than that, though, I'm really curious about this season. Apparently, Lena does give a huge bam to Supergirl's face, which is interesting. And then also, it looks like, and also the bit where Melissa was starting to cry, that was like, shit, some stuff's gonna go down. Some stuff is gonna go down, and it's gonna seem like there's actually gonna be some hurt in this, and whew, that's gonna be heavy. That's gonna be heavy to experience. So yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Comment down in the comment section. Also subscribe. My name is Josh. Peace.